What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. And tonight I'm going to be showing how to make a Suburban house. The 69th installment of Suburban House. Nice. And here we have it. It's kind of like modern Suburban House. I guess it's the third time I've done something like that. Which I do really like how these look. It's nice. It's something a little bit different. Fancy. But I don't have a whole ton else to say about this one other than I'd actually recommend extending that like right side of it because it is really short and I realize that now. That being said, enjoy the tutorial and I will catch you on the flip side. Alrighty, so the space you're going here is a 21 by 21, and the materials you will be needing to start off are, there's a lot of them, stripped dark oak logs. You could, I guess, do wood? No, don't do, I mean, you could, but it would just, like, look weird. It'd make it look more cabinish, and that's not really what we're going for. Pillar quartz blocks, and tripwire hooks, which we're going to be able to get rid of very quickly. So I'm actually going to ignore the other stuff. You'll see what I mean by that. No, sorry. Terracotta. So that did begin with a T. I was right, I guess. Dark oak fence. Stone bricks. Stone brick stairs. And, oh crap, I did that stupidly. We'll just go dark oak wood doors and then... For fun, black stained glass panes, yeah. Which we're gonna have to rearrange some things, but that's fine. Starting from the left-hand corner of your 21 by 21 grid golf. If you made it, you want to count backward diagonally to the right by one, and going back, you're gonna want to place, I think it's 13 stripped dark oak logs facing up. Like so. And bring that back one right by 6. Yes. Thanks, phone. You probably are gonna have to actually like not look at the top because if you just place it like if you place them sideways, it's gonna look exactly the same. If you're doing the logs like I am, which it's probably better to do that. And then you want to bring that up with 7 additional rows of stripped dark oak logs. I think no. I lied. I was gonna say every single stripped dark oak log is up and down facing, but there's one little row. I didn't ask. Well, I mean, I did ask because the notification is on. But, like, watch, he's gonna message me, and then it's gonna be funny because I'm gonna be recording, and then I would have called it, but he's probably not gonna message me because that's unrealistic expectations. I don't know. Fit in the hole, God. Hopefully everyone is having a good day or night. I am for the most part. It's been a little bit of an interesting day. I kind of was, like, outside for an hour because of free ice. I gotta get free ice cream. Come on, man. I love ice cream. But yeah, probably at the time you're seeing this, although it might have been past, I'm probably doing pain, aka summer school. Sort of. I'll probably have talked about it on a stream or two. It's really just like, it's not summer school because it's, well, I mean, it's a driver's ed and it's during the summer, but whatever you want to call it, car stuff, which is scary and exciting at the same time. Anyways, come to the front of whatever the heck this thing is, and you want to come to the right side, which is the inside. And you want to bring the second stripped dark oak log right with 5 sideways pillar quartz blocks. I struggled saying that real bad. Bring that up with 2 additional rows. I almost said 3. And then place that tripwire hook on the bottom center of that. To the right of that pillar quartz, place a stripped dark oak, or I guess wood actually, it's not logs. And you want to bring it forward by 1 and back by 2. And then bring that entire thing up with 7 rows again. So it kind of looks similar to, I think, what we did last time. That's too tall. Kind of didn't actually count that, I'm not gonna lie. There you go. Kind of similar to how we did, I think, the last modern house. Or not modern, sorry, Suburban. Now you can get rid of your pillar quartz blocks and tripwire hooks and get out birchwood planks and smooth quartz blocks. And then I would recommend switching. You can just actually switch your black stained glass panes and terracotta. I guess that's probably an easier approach to that. In your inventory, or in your hotbar, I guess. Why do they call it a hotbar? That's a question for a different day. But, okay, so I'm gonna do this in a way that you don't actually have to do this. And I'll talk about why after I do it, because why not? You want to bring the row of, the top row of sideways pillar quartz blocks up with a row of sideways stripped dark oak wood. Then bring it up with a row of birchwood planks. Then going left to right or right to left on top of that doesn't matter. You want to place 1 birch plank, smooth quartz block, black stained glass pin, smooth quartz block, birchwood plank. Copy that row one more time, and then you want to place a row of birch on top of that, like that. It looks a little dumb, doesn't it? What we're going to do is still going to make it look dumb, but you want to bring this row of stripped dark oak wood that is sideways forward with an additional row. I just did it that way because it's easier to go straight up rather than having a bunch of geometry going on. Because I don't like geometry at all. I did not like geometry when I took it, I guess technically 2 years ago at this point. Almost. Well, no, because it was summer, or is the, I guess, second semester. But it was 2 school years ago, which is ridiculous to think about. Okay, there's a couple of different ways we can do this, and we're going to do this the way that we're going to do this. So, come to the back right, and you're at the, it's like front row of 4, you want to come to the back block and bring it back diagonally to the right with a terracotta. Thanks, phone. Bring it right with a stone brick, terracotta, back diagonally to the right by 1, and then right by 8, we'll say. It's very not convincing, but it was correct. And then, okay, bring the stone brick up with a dark oak door, and then bring each terracotta up with a birchwood plank. You can use bricks, however, with that, the terracotta is basically just the brick, but smoother. Why do these make that noise when I squeeze them? That shouldn't do that. Like clicks or cracks or something. So I shouldn't squeeze them. But the terracotta just adds a little bit more of a sleek look, which is what I was going for with this. I wasn't trying to go for anything too, like, ridiculous, which the brick doesn't add that much, but it's just, I think the terracotta does look a lot sleeker. Which is a weird thing to say about that, because it's still a rough block, but it doesn't have all the texture and depth to it. I guess, quote-unquote depth, because it's really just, it's a flat block brick, is. But, you know, you get the point. Now, we're going to actually ignore the little row of 3 for now, and you want to come to this long row. Going, I think, left to right or right to left on top of that. Wasn't convincing again, but yeah. You want to place a birch plank, smooth quartz block, 2 black stained glass pens, smooth quartz block, 2 black stained glass pens, smooth quartz block, and a birchwood plank. Copy that row one more time, and then this is where I need to do some head math. So, hold on. That's 4 right there, yeah. So you want to place okay, no, man, that's easy. 3 rows of birchwood planks on top of that. 3. To clarify, because I said that kind of like there, which isn't a word. I mean, it might. You know what? It probably is a word. It probably means something very bad, too, considering I just randomly said it. But I feel like THUR is a word, and I don't know why. I'm probably wrong. I'm most likely wrong, but yeah. Then on top of that top row of birch there, you want to go left to right or right to left on top of it. Doesn't matter. Again, and you want to place birch plank, smooth quartz block, 2 black stained glass pens, smooth quartz block, 2 black stained glass pens, smooth quartz block, and a birchwood plank. Copy that row one more time, and then place a row of birch on the top, like so. Yeah, let's pull up the other one. Got it. You want to bring either birch wood plank to the left and right of that door up by 8, 9. Right? Yeah. Then bring the dark oak door itself up with, is it 3 or is it 2? 2 birchwood planks. A stone brick, or whatever your floor material will be right here, just kind of consider that. Dark oak door, birchwood plank, black stained glass pane, and a birchwood plank. Something worth mentioning, which I did just now think of. Having the balcony like that, prohibits you from having a balcony on the second floor, or prohibits you from having, sorry, if you have a balcony on the second floor, it prohibits you from having a foyer. So remove the balcony if you want a foyer, but I don't really think a foyer matters that much. I mean, you can, there are ways around it. If you just like, I mean, the house isn't big enough, I don't think, for this, but you could have like a thing around, like a circle. I don't know. I'm kind of making these suburban houses smaller than I used to. There's no real reason to it other than just math. But, yeah. You kind of find something, you're like, okay, this worked once, let's make it work 5 more, or let's make it work 50 more times. Which is basically what I've done, although not 50, because that's an exaggeration by a long shot. Come back to the bottom of the front, and you want to come to the strip dark oak wood. And it's to the right of the garage, and you want to bring that bottom one right with 3 stone bricks, strip dark oak wood, all these will now be facing up from now on, 7 terracotta, strip dark oak wood, and then back with 4 terracotta. Fill in the middle of that with stone bricks. Bring each of those strip dark oak woods up by 6. Yes, that's correct. Cool. And then the second block down, you want to connect them all together with upside down stone brick stairs, and you basically want to follow the same pattern that you have as the terracotta in the bottom, or it could be stone brick stairs, depends. But that's only in 3 particular scenarios. So yeah, something like that is what you should have. And you can see that this upside down stairs just gives you a little bit more depth, which is why I did go for it. And then you want to, again, fill in the center of this in with stone bricks, except it's kind of floating this time. A little bit more of the floating side, on the floating side of things. I'd appreciate if I didn't with the I wouldn't break the things that I'm not trying to break. Man, words are hard. I've only been speaking this language for my entire life, you know, it shouldn't be that bad. Now, on top of each terracotta or upside down stone brick stair, you want to place a dark oak fence. And then not like that. And then that's going to give you railings so you don't slip and fall off the edge of a balcony and sue the company that made the house, which in this case is me. But since this is a video game, you can't sue me. I mean, you theoretically could try. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. Not like I have enough. Not like my net worth is that high. I mean, I don't even probably have a net worth. But, yeah. There you go. That's basically the front done minus the roofs, but we don't talk about those because I don't like them. Now it's basically just filling in walls. Again, I'm gonna say this. I've said this on every suburban house since I stopped adding windows on the sides. I used to do a pattern, and then I was like, okay, I just randomized, and now I'm just like, don't do a middle. But place them based off of your interior. Start them as blank, and then have the windows work around the interior, not the interior work around the windows. Because that's a thing that just isn't good to do, because it can really, if you, let's say you just add windows, like, okay, window here, window here, window here. If stuff doesn't line up, you're going to be very upset, and then it's going to be like, oh man, well that window's there, I can't do that. There are instances where you really should, I think, do the windows more, prioritize them more. Like on the fronts of builds, obviously, I think you should have a certain order of the windows. But like, once you get to the sides and stuff, it's like, alright. And whenever you're, in my situation, it's hard because I normally will make the interior at a later date, so I can't edit the exterior, which it's tough. But, you want to bring that, far right terracotta at the back-ish here. You want to bring it back by 12. And then left by, I believe, 8. Just like that. And then you want to bring the birch all the way around. But, yeah, that is, I think, a problem with, like, the way that I do my tutorial sometimes is, like, for example, for the, I think the school I might have had an issue with. I don't know, that was way too long ago. But, like, you realize, oh crap, this window is specifically like this. It's going to change the way you want it. Whenever you do an outside for something, you need to think about your inside. And that's something I sometimes I'm like, okay, yeah, that'll work fine. And then once you actually go to do it, it's like, well, frick. And I think, assuming I remake a school at some point, I'm going to do it differently. But it'll probably be multiple parts, because I don't know if I want to do a super large school or if I want to do, like, a normal, like, Minecraft-sized school. Like one classroom, I'm just kidding, not one classroom, but like how I did before, there's like the different, I don't want to say wings, but like there's basically 1 or 2 rooms for each subject, which are really the main ones: social studies, science, math, English. Which one am I missing? PE. So you get the point. You get the point. So yeah, there you go. Now you want to come to the back and you want to orient yourself as though the garage side, which is the strip dark oak side, and strip dark oak side, that's the right side, and the birch side is the left side. And also, you want to take this terracotta here and you want to bring it towards you diagonally to the right with a terracotta. Bring it right with a stone brick. then a terracotta, and then bring that terracotta back by, or I guess towards the front of the build, technically by 5. Although I guess back. Bring the stone brick towards you with a stone brick stair, and also up with the dark oak door, and then you want to bring each of those, sorry, you want to bring each of those terracottas, up with, if my math is correct, 10 birchwood planks. Yeah, so it should be one higher than the other section. If you want to also remove that 1 block window, you can, although I wouldn't recommend doing that. I actually added it later. It's just like, I'd really recommend like taking little things like that and just like, alright, playing around with it. Because with me, I have a set way of how I want to do things, and then at that point it's like, okay, yeah. But there's obviously ways where it's like, I don't like how you do that. Change it to your own liking, and then basically work things around that. And especially with suburban houses, if you change the window, even the length, you can extend this further. It doesn't matter. You can add another window section. It's really up to how much space you have, and not what I'm showing you how to do. Because 21 by 21 is small. I'm gonna admit that. So really figure out what's best for you. And I would also just recommend taking the top 3 rows of birchwood planks and connecting them forward here at the left, just to have it. Just like so. Now, you want to, oh, minus a yawning, sorry. You want to clear inventory and get out smooth quartz slabs. Smooth quartz blocks. Smooth quartz stairs. I almost grabbed quartz stairs again. I did that earlier. Deep slate brick slabs. Deep slate bricks. And deep slate brick stairs. Now, also you need, I'd recommend getting out, strip dark oak, or wood, sorry, and the birchwood planks again, because that's kind of important. So you have 1 inventory space, that's nice. So you want to place on top of the far left and far right rows of the strip dark oak log top rows, you want to place a row of deep slate brick blocks on either side. And I'd recommend at the right side also just bringing it all the way along, because you're going to have to anyway, so you have this. Cool. Now, this is where it gets a little bit odd, and you'll see what happens. You want to take the 2 front deep slate brick blocks. You only want to do this at the front, because you want to bring each block in with an upside down deep slate brick slab, up with a slab, in with a block, and then in with an upside down slab and up with a slab. You want to bring that peak forward by itself with smooth quartz. And then you want to replicate it on the back, except you do want to have that overhang again. So if that doesn't make sense, essentially bring each deep slate brick block back with a smooth quartz block, then go in with an upside down slab, up with a slab, etc. until you reach the peak like so. Off the right and the left side, I'd also place a row of smooth quartz slabs at the base. I guess base, if you will. Like that. Now, excluding the upside down deep slate brick slabs, you want to connect this deep slate brick peak all the way to the back to that smooth quartz block peak. You don't want the upside down slabs because it's just going to create more problems than it solves, and that's kind of how that goes. I feel like a lot of things that I don't do are going to cause more problems than they solve. This roof I didn't like because I didn't want to make it like going where the peak was at the left, because if I had the peak at the left, it would interfere with this roof. And this roof already gets interfered with this roof, and I didn't want a 3-way, and that was gonna be really weird if I did that. So I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna not do that. Because then I'd theoretically have to bring this roof all the way across, and that like wouldn't be possible, and it would create so many issues. So I was like, yeah, okay, I'm good. Now, what you do want to do, though, at this side, is you want to bring each... Yeah, you want to bring the front and the back row of the longer row of birchwood planks, you want to bring it forward with upside down smooth quartz slabs, and extend it over the only side that you can. Just the, I guess technically the right, yeah. I almost said left. Like so. Now bring each upside down slab in with another upside down slab. Then go up with a slab. In with the block. In with an upside down slab. Up with a slab. In with a block. In with an upside down slab. Up with a slab. In with a block. in with an upside down slab, and then up with the slab. There you go, there's one peak. Okay. You want to bring the right and left, front and back birchwood planks each out with a smooth quartz stair. I know that was a really weird sentence, but it'll look something sort of like that. And then you can extend them out by one so they have an overhang, as per usual, I guess. And then bring each of those peaks inwards towards one, each stair and towards one another with an upside down stair facing inward. Then go up with a normal stair. In with an upside down stair facing forward, and then up with a slab. Is that how I did that? Yeah. Could also do either full block or upside down slab or whatever. And then do that again on the back, or if you did it on the back first, do it on the front. Essentially one on both the front and the back, in case that wasn't apparent. There you go. Cool. That was a small voice crack. Bring the smooth quartz stairs at the left side. Bring each one towards the center of this by one with smooth quartz stairs. Then once with a block. And then I need to make sure that's actually kind of how that goes. Yeah. And then in with an opposite on slab. Up with a slab. In with a block. In with an upside down slab, up with the slab, and then etc., etc., until you reach your peak again, and it should be the same height as the one on the right, which is correct. Cool. Now I need to see if I have an image. I don't actually think I have a reference of that. I don't, but I'm gonna just check like that, yeah. You also do actually want to bring the stairs at the right side of that in by one as well, and then what you can actually do is you can bring that inward stair right with deep slate brick slabs. And then behind the entire row of slabs and that stair, you want to place a row of deep slate brick blocks. Then place a row of slabs behind that row of blocks, and then bring the smooth quartz stair inward with deep slate brick stair. So it's actually going to be 4 of them, in case you want the number. And then bring the deep slate brick slabs, and then the stair back with a row of deep slate brick blocks. And hopefully you should know where this is going. Then bring the entire row of deep slate brick blocks back with a row of slabs. Actually, you just want to bring that slabs all the way across. I guess, yeah, bring them one further than the blocks, and then just connect them front and back. And together. No, not together, I lied. And then the rest of the peak is just as per usual, just connect straight all the way left to right. And then don't forget about the little bit at the left, which is basically the same. It's actually just like I think you just start with 4 deep slate brick stairs with a block behind and then a slab. Yeah, that's literally all you do. So just 4 deep slate brick stairs moving back from the smooth quartz stair, then go back with a block and then up diagonally backward with or inward with a slab. Like that. I know it's kind of weird to like show, but that's what it should look like. It does look a little bit tall actually. I think it's because of how short that section is, which I didn't realize, and I probably should have made it longer. I was going to, and I was like, nah, it's long enough, but it clearly isn't. You then want to fill in all of your peaks in with their respective materials. So front, left, and right, I guess technically. Or I guess technically left and then right. You want to fill in with birchwood planks, and it's going to be this back one here that is stripped dark oak wood. Pretty easy to just figure it out. Unless you wanted to mismatch it, you could. Might not be a terrible idea, although you'd probably have to mismatch it. Well, yeah, you might want to mismatch it a little bit earlier than that, honestly. I don't know, it's kind of up for however you want to do it. Up for your own, I guess, yes, interpretation. Sort of, not really. But, yeah, once you've done that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to double check. I have all of it, yes, that is your Suburban house, sorry, the funny number, complete. Thank you so much if you guys did enjoy this video, as I make sure I didn't accidentally just text someone, which is always cool. Have a fantastic dinner, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.